Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here tonight. Oh, by the way, happy Halloween for people all around the world. Hey, it is time to actually get a chance to be somebody you're not. Have a great time with it and have some dress up like your favorite characters and taking your kids to trick or treat. Time to get those candies and toys and get the holiday season up, right? So be very, very exciting about it. And for internet marketers, congratulations. You are a couple of days to start making that holiday cash. Hopefully you're positioning yourself correctly to make that Amazon sale, ClickBank sale, and JVZoo sales, because everybody is going to be in the buying mode now, okay? All right, so let me ask you one question. And the question is, what is your number one asset online? It doesn't matter if you're a local marketer, video marketer, email marketer, affiliate marketer, product creators. What is your number one asset? The sooner you get this idea correctly, the sooner you're gonna making that passive income, all right? So the income that you can actually quit your job with. All right, so take a couple minutes, think about what is the number one asset. Is your website? Is your YouTube channel? Is it your local clients? Or is what? Well, I have to say, with many years of my personal experience, the number one asset you need to have with internet marketing is your email database. It's your list, right? So the money is in the list, and it is true. It's been preached by so many people before me that the money is in the list. Now, the sooner you get the idea, the sooner that you start building your list, the sooner your dream will come true with internet marketing, okay? All right, so many successful marketers, 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure marketer, what do they all have in common is a huge buyers list, right? So once you capture the list, the work is not just done there. Just because you have your list, it doesn't mean you're gonna make money, I'll guarantee you, all right? And one of the important things as an email marketer is going to facing is the deliverability of your email. Actually, it's kind of silly, you know, if you think back, is deliverability of the message you want to tell your target audience, your friends and fans and potential clients, right? So how do you have that, increase that deliverability? Because nobody open your email, then you won't make any sales, right? Let's just be frankly here, be honest here, right? So, you know, typical people are going to autoresponder companies such as Aweber, GetResponder, MailChimp, the list just keep going, right? And what all they have in common is sometimes the under attack, right? And when they're under attack, you can't send emails. What is another common problem you're gonna have with those companies is they do not deliver things on time, all right? And third major things you're gonna face is deliverability. It's just keep dropping with all kinds of Google, Gmail filters and spamming filters. The deliverability of the autoresponder just keep going straight down. That's gonna hurt your income, isn't it? All right, so well, today, what if there is a solution? There's alternative solutions, not only help you increase your delivery rate, but also keep your email costs down. Would that be interesting? Also solve the biggest problem is you have to force people to opt in when you use autoresponder. This time, all you gotta do is have the email addresses, okay? As long as you're not using ethically and morally and ask the permission before you get an address, you should be okay with this, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason I have invited Cyril here, another great video marketer and email marketer himself, and to share the secret weapon he's been using for the past couple of years to keep dominating leaderboards after leaderboards, okay? So this is a piece of software that's not gonna using the autoresponder at all. They're gonna using companies such as SendGrid, Jetmail, and even your personal SMTP server to sending out emails. So what is the benefit using this route? Well, if you are working with the local clients, the obvious thing is, you know, why go to a restaurant and working with them? Most often what I'm facing is a pile of papers with the names, addresses, phone numbers, and email addresses. And many times I had to hire my VA to manually type in. And you can't just dump all this email straight into autoresponder because they're gonna ask the other end, the customer, to confirm confirm the email address. As you know, as I know, as many email marketers know, when you do that, you're going to lose about over 60 or 50% of a potential email address you could be getting, right? Well, with this, you don't have to do that. You're just going to send it, right? So that's pretty cool. And deliverability, according to Cyril, that you're going to have a higher open rate, higher click-through rate, high deliverability with this. This is how he actually dominates leaderboards, right? And it is very simple, very easy to use the software. And he also going to share some couple email tips with you, like what email title to use, how do he make people actually click on the links? Does he use imaging in his email? Well, he's gonna kind of talk about all this inside this interview here, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please let me introduce to you the email Jeet. Email Jeet. Well, Jeet means victory in Indian language, so that's his brand. So anytime he launches something called Jeet, it's kind of fun. Email Jeet. All right, so this is a PC desktop software that's gonna be help you sending email, delivering those emails both in HTML format and text format automatically, and help you also tracking, what the open rate, what the click-through rate. Basically, instead of using autoresponder, you can have another backup option, or just using this now and as an option to sending out all your emails. All right, please use this ethically. Do get the permissions before you send to this email, because if you are using this as spamming to a company like SendGrid and Jetmail and any other email service provider will ban your account. So we don't want that to happen, right? So so use this ethically and use this to increase your email message get delivered, and keep your email message out of the spamming box, more into the inbox, which is what we want them to read, right? So be very, very exciting, and he's gonna do a full demo on this. So let's come back to the interview here. And so Cyril is going to be here share a very incredible story. Who is actually a school dropout, okay? School dropout. Now, in no way I'm encouraging your kids or you to drop out of school as you're watching this. It just happened he happened to drop out of high school, started his company. He has built many softwares before he joined internet marketing. The community of internet marketing world. He has some wins and he has some losses, but he's the one that actually pushed through it. So we're going to talk about that, why that is important to push through your failures and keep focusing on the goal to eventually achieve the place you want to be. All right. Then secondly, he's going to talk about powerful emailing, why he believes email is so powerful tool, how email has really helped him grow his business in many folds, and all that great stuff. And then he's going to do a cool demo on it, okay? Very, very cool stuff here. So before I let you go here, got two cool things, bonuses, okay? We're gonna have awesome bonus ready for you. Just look below the video, okay? That's just from Radu and Cyril themselves, but my team and I are gonna put in more bonuses for you tomorrow as well. Now, early bird, right? So this is really, really cool. The official launching time for this software is at noon tomorrow. All right, so for you guys, you're gonna be there. Guess what time? 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're gonna get 2 hours early bird this time, and you're gonna get discount rate, okay? Instead of getting $17, you're gonna get around $14 range. So you're gonna save some money there, right? So if you want the absolute lowest possible price and the best bonuses, come to my link and come at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can get 2 hour early bird prices. And I think if you're serious about your internet marketing, everybody needs the list, everybody needs delivering emails. This is absolutely the best alternative to get. And if you're just starting out building your email list and you are low on budget, this is the way to go, man. This is gonna be a lot cheaper than autoresponder, okay? All right, so without further ado, let's all go enjoy this awesome interview. And stay tuned, watch a very short demo video, see how this thing works, how this thing in actions, and all that great stuff. And enjoy it. Until next time, please keep smiling. Happy Halloween. And this is your friend Han. Until next time. And I'll be talking to you very, very soon. Cheers. Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here tonight. And tonight I'm very, very excited to have Cyril back with us. And this time he's gonna teach us a little things about email marketing, the importance of having your very own list, and how do you make money with it. And most importantly, what I'm most exciting about for every email marketers or for every internet marketing in that sense, you want to have this tool he's gonna about to launching, and that's really really going to solve a lot of your email marketing problems. So I'm just gonna give that hint there. Let him go into detail, talk about how this is going to really benefit you. Okay. All right. So before we get into all this excitement here, let's kind of learn how Cyril got what started with internet marketing. But most importantly, what did he do exactly to achieve the level of success that he has today? So, Cyril, could you kind of take over the mic, share your unique internet marketing story with us today?
Hi, Han. It's good to be back on the show and good to see you again. All right, coming to the question. Well, I've been a programmer since ever since I started. Right out of school, I got into programming. I've been making applications and software. Earlier for the Indian market, I've been making websites, content websites and websites which were targeting specific niches, doing pretty well in those. But as you evolve, you learn more about new things, and you try to explore new markets. So back in 2012, I got this idea of making SEO products. I wasn't really familiar with the concept of how internet marketing works exactly, and what kind of opportunity it can be for people who want to get into this. All I want to do was make SEO software, and I had got a lot of learning from running my YouTube channels, from running my content websites, and I wanted to make SEO software which would actually make it easier, to do what I was doing on my YouTube channel, on my content websites, and it would probably help more people. And of course, when people like the product, when people like the difference it makes in their lives, they'll pay me for it. So I decided to make one SEO software for the YouTube market, and that was in 2012. And I partnered up with a couple of very good internet marketers, and we launched that product, and people really, really loved it. It was my product called Traffic Jeet, and that was the entry ticket into the world of internet marketing. It brought me in close contact with some really excellent internet marketers like you, and I learned a lot of things from them. That's when I started understanding what kind of opportunity it is, what kind of potential it has, and how it can help me explore a global market. I actually think of it as a professional business. I don't think of it as a stay at home or work away from work opportunity. For me, it's like a proper business that I want to pursue like a business, and I really enjoy what I do right now in it, and it's brought me a lot of progress. I have been able to make some really good software in the past, and I've learned some new tricks which have helped me in my content business too. So I think this has been a natural evolution, because internet is the biggest business opportunity on the planet right now. You can really do wonders on it if you understand it, if you understand how it works, the technology and everything. So I want to be a part of this revolution and earn from the internet, and of course, go move ahead in my life.
Right, and let me tell you something. This guy is a school dropout, and but yeah, you
Yes,
know what? He makes more money than people have a school degrees, and just because he dropped out in school, but this guy's a continuing learner. This guy reads a lot. He reads a lot more than I do, and it's like a mountain of a book. So he last time when I interviewed him, this guy never stopped learning, and so what would it to kind of knowing all the up and downs, because you actually launching a lot of software in the past, some are winners, some losses, right? So to know your wins and losses in the past, what would it be some solid advice you can give to someone who just starting with the internet marketing, perhaps hasn't found a way to hasn't made the first dollar yet, hasn't found the way the right direction with the internet marketing? What would it be some of your advice give to them based on what you're knowing today?
well, it's funny that you should ask me. Today in the morning, I was actually going through some of the documents which were right from the time when I got into internet marketing. My first product was a big hit, and I didn't do any marketing for it. I didn't do anything for it. I just gave it to a couple of good internet marketers, and they took over and did everything for it, because I didn't understand how internet marketing works back then. But in the second product, when I was about to launch my second product, I partnered with a couple of people, which was really bad because my partners totally let me down. They didn't want to do it. There were some really big hassles, and my product was delayed for about an year, the
Oh wow.
launch. There was a time when I was actually planning to give it all up, go back to my core business, go back to the market that I was from, go back to making the software for that market. And it was a really disappointing time for me because when I remember that, when I remember that today, I went through that document today. It just made me remember, if I had chosen to go back, it would have been a very different thing today. Maybe I would have made some progress or whatever, but it would not have been the same thing as it is in Indian marketing. So this is the point is my advice to people who are getting into Indian marketing right now is don't stop this, don't give up too soon. If something doesn't work for you, you don't need to do it forever, but what you need to do is try a different approach to it, try a different angle to it. I think there are people who tell you to just push on continuously without a break, don't be afraid of your failures. But Han, I want to tell you this is my perspective on this. If you fail, there is something that went wrong. So your mission should be to find out what went wrong and fix it. Don't do the same thing over and over again. Use the same mark, try to go for the same market, explore the same opportunity, but definitely go for a different approach. So, go for it, continue, persevere, but don't be stuck repeating the same loop. Try new approaches, and I think something will work. In my life, it's been repeated many times. I try something, it fails, then I try something in a different manner, and it succeeds. Maybe not very spectacularly, but it does succeed, and I move ahead to new opportunities. I think that applies to everybody. Use a different approach. If you fail, and you will definitely get more success.
Right. And we're gonna add a couple of things. When you fail, the natural things for you to do is blame on somebody else. Like you can blame on your partners, you can blame on the course you bought, you can blame on the software doesn't work, you can blame on a lot of things. What you need to do is take full responsibility. Anything that happening in your life, you are a result of your own actions, and you can't blame uh, everything else to somebody else. I mean, everything that's happening to you, you can't let life happening to you. You got to be taking proactive action to make things happen for you. So that's another point that I want to make here. Yes, you're gonna fail. That's just part of the journey to success. I have not met any successful people that has never failed in their life. I named one person. I like to interview that person, but so far I haven't found one. And everybody who are on the top of the internet marketing are all on the top of their world right now are failures. I'm a failure and you are
Yeah,
failures. The difference is
yeah,
we find out what we did wrong in the past and push through it. It doesn't matter how big the failure is. It doesn't matter how small the failure is. We also learn. And another truth about taking actions, if you're never taking action, you're 100% failure at it, right? But if you're taking
absolutely.
actions, if you're taking actions and you failure at it, you're actually progressing with it because you're learning something from it, right?
Yeah, I agree with that, and it's very interesting. I'm reading a book right now, which is called "Why I Failed." It's a story of some top Indian entrepreneurs and people who are at the top of their careers right now, and they talk about the failures in the past or even the failures they are facing right now. Because I think learning from failures is more important than learning from success. Because
Absolutely.
know about failures, why people fail, what you do that can make you fail, you can hopefully avoid it, avoid making that mistake, and get better success.
Hmm. And you know what? A lot of people study successful people. That's all good and great. A lot of people study, talk about success. And a lot of people can talk about a lot of success. What they don't find it out is it's actually better study the failures. That what kind of
Absolutely.
mistake other people made, so you don't make it. So that's even more important. So that's another things I want to kind of mention here. All right, so thanks for sharing that awesome tip and with us. And so let's talk about the number one asset in your business, also in my business. Literally, this one thing you can take my YouTube channel away, you can take my website away, but if I have this one thing, I'm gonna be okay. And I'll let you talk about what that is.
All right, when I started internet marketing, Han, I didn't understand this either. And I thought the money in marketing was by selling the products. You make a product, you sell it, and that's where you earn the money from. But I learned it a couple of months down the line that the money can actually be continuous flow. You don't need to wait for a product to, make it, put it out, and then earn from it. What I missed out was the list, and many people taught me, all thanks to the great people who helped me with it, who made me understand the point. Some really good people, and I understood that I can earn a lot by using the leads that I had generated selling my software, by promoting products to the list. And that's what I did then. And it was a revelation, because I was able to make a lot of money, uh, as much as I used to do in my launches some months, just by promoting products to my list. And it was amazing. So you're right, the most important asset for an internet marketer right now is the list that they built, the leads that they've got, the buyers that they have contacted and connected with. And that can be a big game changer for you. If you have a good list, if you've got a list that is filled with good quality buyers, and it's big enough, then you can earn a lot of money, definitely more than any job can offer.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think a lot of turnaround point for a lot of people who's been doing internet marketing for a while is that the aha moment, the moment, like the rapper said, the moment of a clarity, which is building a email list. And when I first started, I was into affiliate sites, and which I still do. And but what I didn't realize is actually the importance have a list. Yes, I do have opt-in form on my affiliate sites. Yes, I do have autoresponder signals in there, but I was never got deep enough to actually make money out of it. I never seen the point of building a list, because I think, because English is not my first language, and I couldn't write correct English, and it was a big challenge for me. So I didn't really see the benefit until one day that Google decided to wipe all my affiliate sites away, and then I had kind of push myself against the wall to kind of rethink about my business. So the number one thing, the aha moment for me, is to be successful with the internet marketer. You need the two things, and that is traffic and that is conversion. If you master those two, either pay traffic, a whole nother topic for another interview. But if you can control your traffic, you pretty much have made, and you don't need to have to constantly buying traffic over and over and over again. And the only way that I found to have traffic whenever you want, however you want, is by having your email list. That's the only way that, with all the people that I interview, all the technique I learned in the past 3 years, email list is the only way to give you about 100% control of it. What do you think of that?
Absolutely, I agree with you, and it's the quality of the traffic that also matters, Han. And in the email list, if you build it correctly, the people who are on the list would be people who are really engaged, people who are really, the buyers who want to pay money for the service that they're getting, who can afford to pay, who are really serious about their business. So that kind of list can be really amazing, Han. It's like conversion with a regular traffic from the internet, using SEO or using even the paid ads, can be like 1%, 2%. You think 2-3% conversion?
Traffic, because that's a cold traffic. That's a traffic.
Cold traffic. So the conversions are really low. But if you go with a list, and if you really engage your customers and you reach out with a correct product, the conversions can be amazing. I've seen 40. You have seen. I mean, they call you the conversion master. You see 50% conversion sometimes. So that is the point. If you have a really engaged list, it can make a world of a difference in your business.
Right.
It's very, very good, and it's very important asset. And the learning is important. That clarity, the moment of clarity you had, I had a similar experience, and that changed the path I took from then on.
Right. So if you think about it from affiliate marketing, it's great when you rank a keyword, that's provided Google doesn't decide to take you down for no reason, and you're still up there. But the traffic is still cold. When they come to your site, they don't know who you are. They don't know, should I trust this site to even click on the link? and even you get the buyer to buy the link, but you lose that specific person right away. So they went to, well, Amazon's pretty hot right now, so review side of your and then they went to Amazon, bought a product, but then you don't ever get a chance to ask them, hey, I'm the one sold you the coffee maker before. I know you liked my review, that's you bought it, but there's no way for you to kind of go back to that exact the same person and say, you know what, because you bought that coffee maker, you might also love this item as well. Now that person has become Amazon's customer, not yours, right? So you don't get to pay for the future sales anymore. So the only way to get out that loop, the bet loop, is actually capture the leads. So imagine the guy come to your website and you capture that person's email address. Now you have the opportunity to go back maybe 2-3 days, say, you know what, I noticed you bought a coffee maker, or you are interested at this coffee maker. You know what, I found this other excellent item for the holiday as well. You might want to check it out. Then you can keep repeating, doing this over and over and over again, and then you have this long-term relationship, right? So that, I think that's a much smarter way, and in the long term, it actually saves you a lot of money to buy in traffic as well. Or else you're gonna have to keep buying and buying and buying forever.
Absolutely, and imagine that converting cold traffic and getting the buyer lead from it, and then promoting products. That can be a good technique. So if you've got a affiliate page that you've ranked, then you should definitely find a way to capture the lead from that page and then promote the deals and get more earnings from the emails. So your point is very, very important. Repeated sales can only be captured if you got the leads, if you understand who's buying from you, through you, and you can approach them again. So that's a very important thing for any marketer.
Right. So I think the number one focus for anybody doing stuff online, either your local marketer, video marketer, affiliate marketer, product creator, the list just keep going. The number one thing you need to focus on, the money making activity for you, is get your list, building lists. That's your daily activity. Either keep catch your leads, because every business needs new customers. Without customers, your business is dead. I mean, it's just period. So
Absolutely.
so that's how important that is. So do you have maybe a couple of email kind of ninja tricks you could share with us? Let's talk about when you promoting affiliate offers. What would you be doing? I mean, there's that one trick. I don't want to. It's kind of tip my mouth. I want to give it out. I want you to kind of talk about. Why don't you talk about that right now?
All right, sure. And I want to talk about a little bit about the process that I use, that I follow when I promote products. The first thing I do is not use the swipe that was handed to me by the product creator.
Mm.
Many people they take the swipe, they mail it, and they think the job is done. But frankly, it doesn't work that way. I'll tell you why it's so. When a product creator puts out a swipe, they will give it to about 30, 50, 30 to 40 different affiliates. People who have all of those people will have the same swipe. So if all of the affiliates decide to mail the same swipe, the first time it hits the inbox from one affiliate, and the second time it hits the inbox from the second affiliate, Gmail or any spam detection engine is going to put that swipe in spam or update folder, and then it's not going to be in the inbox of your client, and you will never make a sale, because too many people are sending out the same email with different links, and it's hitting the inbox too many times, it's hitting the mailbox too many times. So the first thing I do is never use the swipe that was handed to me by the product creator. What I do instead is I write my own swipe based on what the product creator has given me. So I will take that swipe, I will revert it, I will change the order of the paragraphs, I will make a new swipe based on that swipe, but definitely not the same thing, and definitely not the same headline. If you're lazy, if you're running short of time, what you want to do is change the headline first, and even then if you want to put in some of the content from the same swipe, you can do that, but never let the same headline go. That's the first. The second technique that I want to that I use these days is a way to grab uh, the reader's attention, because these days, as you know, the inbox is really filled with emails. There are about 30, 40 emails on an average every day, every time when a person checks, waiting to be read. So a person really has no time to focus on a particular mail, understand what the headline is saying. So you gotta actually draw the person in somehow. There, if you've seen sites like Upworthy, they have a really good technique. What they do is they write really, really amazing headlines, and they always end it with a question or a tag. For example, I saw these 10 things, and then what happened next really made me cry, or whatever. Or sometimes, there was a kid and a child, and what the tiger did, there was a tiger and a child, and what the tiger did next is amazing, something like that. So you really want to find out what's going on next, what happened next, and you click on it. There is no way you can avoid clicking on that link. So I've been trying to use the same technique in my own promotions. When I send out a mail, I try to put a tag in there, put a question in there that will engage the viewer, and they will want to explore what is really going on, and understand what is this about. They will want to click on it, and that really gives you a better open rate. That really gives you a better click rate, and you're able to make more sales even from a smaller list. So that technique has really worked well for me. In a promo I did a little while ago for a product called Video Alchemy, I was on the leaderboard. I was on number 3 usually, and it was a huge launch. It was a huge launch with some really big hitters. So I've been using this technique, and sometimes it works. When it works, it's a very good promo for me. Then this
Okay,
is something
great.
that
Great. So the open headline for any email is curiosity, right? So what see you're talking about here is, if you English is not your first language, if you're not copywriter, obviously you probably don't know how to come up with a curiosity headline, one people just want to click on. So he's recommending you go to a site, maybe Upworthy or BuzzFeed or something, to look at those headlines and try to model after them, and put you as email titles. And he pointed out that using a question mark at the end of the email subject gets higher open rates. Am I kind of summarize that up, what you said here?
not the question mark itself, but it should end with a question that
End with the
wants
question.
the user to find the answer. It's a very common thing. People are curious, they want answers, and if they see a question that has not been answered, they want to see and find out the answer. So it's just to engage that little psychological thing, that little psychological button in people's minds when they need to find an answer to the question. So never reveal the entire story in your headline. Make sure they have to click on the headline and go and read your email to understand the story. That's what I do.
Right, and another tip I want to give is, do not push the link too far below the fold. You want to be linked pretty much above the fold, so people, because those are for the people don't have the time to read the entire email. They just want to click to see what the heck is happening here. What's this link about? Always have a link on toward the very top, and that would be one of my advice as well. And have an arrow point to it, like the equal sign and the greater sign, that really draws attention in an email. And I want to kind of ask you one additional question. Do you use the text format, or do you use the HTML format, or both format works for you?
Well, I actually like to use both, and I always this is one thing I do. I always put in a little link over there. Many people just put in the text link, itself, and they don't put in something that a sentence or something. But what I do is I never put in the text link with the name of the site, or that I'm going through, or the name of the affiliate program. I never put in that link.
Hmm.
What I do instead, put in a proper anchor tag over there, and make a little more, little catch line which people need to click on to see the link,
Hmm.
or to need to click on to reach the program. That way, many people won't know that this is a JVZoo link or this is a ClickBank link, because it turns them off sometimes when they see a JVZoo link or a ClickBank link. They don't want to click it, because they know that it's going to be a affiliate promotion. But when they see a little sentence which hides the link, they don't know that it's a JVZoo link or a ClickBank link, and they will click on the link and go to that page, and I get more click-throughs that way.
Right. And do you use images in your email?
Not very much hand, because I think images will often create problems in deliverability, and that's why I stick to standard text emails. But I put in both format, text and HTML, so that if somebody is using a client which is not so capable, they see the text version, and if they're using a rich client, they can see the HTML version. So I use both, and many email software support both, but some don't. But the one that I'm going to talk about later today, it supports both. Whenever you send an email through this tool, it will automatically make a text version and an HTML version and send both.
Oh, great, great. So we're gonna get to that in a minute here, and be very, very exciting about it. So you have touched base on something very, very important for those who've been doing email marketing for a while. They're gonna be really exciting about this software, and that thing. I think everybody as an email marketer who does email for a living is the deliverability issue, right? I mean, we know we have heard Aweber just being attacked. So he's get responder being attacked when you have a promotions and you just can't even log it in. You can't even send it. If they do send it, they're gonna delay for a couple hours. That's a lot of headache for a lot of email marketers, and they're working very, very hard to get the campaign built, everything. And it just that day just system went down. You can't do anything about it. You're just sitting there like a dead duck and sitting there watching the screen and then praying and hoping the system can come back up. And you have a perfect solution for that scenario and more. So let's talk about a little bit background story. Why did you decide to create this software? And most important, what I want to find out is what is the biggest problem you're trying to help all the internet marketers solve here?
Absolutely. And I, like every internet marketer, I started using an autoresponder. Personally, I used GetResponse. Many people are using Aweber too. And when I started using them,
about the same. And I get that question a lot: GetResponder or Aweber, but I think they're about the same.
Absolutely, they're about the same.
One platform than the other.
Absolutely. Now, when I started, I ran into some really, really big problems. For example, GetResponse would not let me import my leads into the autoresponder. I could only get them in through a single opt-in, or they wanted double opt-in mostly, but sometimes they let you use single opt-in if you set it up correctly. So you have the person has to go through an opt-in at least. And when I sell my software, I also build a database of leads, of people who buy my product, who sign up into my website directly or sign up into my website from my software. And I was not able to mail a big chunk of my leads because GetResponse would allow me to import them. And that was a big problem for me because if it wasn't that I was me, there were another 4,000 people that I was not able to mail because GetResponse and Aweber, as a policy, they make import really hard. I think Aweber just doesn't let you import at all.
So for those who doesn't know, I want to kind of take this to the next level. Is that when you're importing a list to GetResponder, so they make everybody trying to reconfirm again, and that's a very, very sometimes they say, hey, give me good samples of let's say you have 10,000 people on your list. Give me 2,000 of them. So they want to see if this is a spamming list, if this is a good list. I mean, that's their business practice, and they have to kind of go to it. But for internet marketing, that's a very painful process. I went to it. I ended up give up. Was that like, this is too much crap. I'm just gonna keep at it, whatever. Because you know what, you end up losing. If I have to estimate, 25 to 30% of your list every time you're trying to migrate from one server to the other. Maybe that's in a way for them to keep you as the client, but you're losing that. There's no other solutions. I mean, because they had to make your customer reconfirm again. When the email subscriber had to reconfirm again, sometimes the confirmation email get lost in the spamming box, all that great stuff. You literally lose all that hard-earning subscriber, just kind of throw away list, away. You know what I mean? And I personally experienced that. It's really, really frustrating.
Absolutely, and that was frustrating for me too because I was not able to mail my leads, and exporting and importing is out of the question. And in my personal experience, when I try to send an email to 1,000 people asking them to sign up again on my list, only about 400 to 300 are going to sign in. So
Right.
typically, even more than 50%, you might lose 50% of your subscribers just trying to get them into your your list or whatever. So that was out of the question. So and there were some other issues also, like you said, crashes were there, and sometimes get response would really delay my mails, and that's a big problem, because when we are in the affiliate marketing business, when we're trying to promote a product that has been launched just now, you want to be the first person in the clients in the leads inbox, because you can bet on it that other people are also going to mail the same client, and that client might buy only one product at night. They might not buy more than one product. So you want to be the first person at the right time in their inbox, so that you are the one who makes that sale. And in this scenario, if your mail is delayed by 2 hours, or by 3 going to make so many sales. So these are the little problems that, sorry.
Yeah. I lost you for a couple of minutes. I think you were talking about you losing about whenever you melt 1,000 people asking to resubscribe to you, you only get 400 people subscribe, and then after that, you just better cutting off. Like, come on.
All right. I will just make my. I will just talk about it again. So I was talking about how you can lose about 50% or sometimes 60% of your list whenever you ask them to reconfirm, because most people don't want to reconfirm. They're too lazy. They might not even remember subscribing to you in the first place. So that
Mm-hmm.
really doesn't work so well. And if that's not the problem, then the second problem is the crashes and stuff. Because GetResponse and Aweber have been targeted a lot. They're typically getting more things than they can handle these days, and that's why sometimes the mail is delayed for a long time. And in the market that we are in the internet marketing niche, we want to be the first person to hit the inbox, because when a person when there's a launch, there's a big launch, many people will be promoting it, and the person who gets to the inbox first, the person who reaches the lead first will get that sale. Because typically a customer would not buy more than one product in the day. So the first person to get into the inbox, the first person to reach him, is going to make the sale, and every other marketer would be not making any money that night. I want to make sure that I would be the first person to hit the customer's inbox. I would be the first person to reach the leads inbox. So I was, struggling with all these problems, and GetResponse was not really helping me solve them. So I decided to explore the market more, and I found that if I use a 100% email delivery company, something like SendGrid, which is all about email only, they don't give you an autoresponder feature. They won't do your list management for you. They won't opt in people for you. They won't maintain your list for you. But what they do is send your email and make sure it gets delivered. So their core business is not an autoresponder. Their core business is email delivery. That's why they do it better. That's why their infrastructure is much more stronger when it comes to email delivery. They will get you to the inbox more often, and they will also never crash. So what I did was, I understood how these things work. I understood how these kind of services work, and then I created a little tool for myself which I could use to mail through these services. I was using SendGrid. It was working wonderfully. So I made a tool, and sometimes when I was talking to my marketers, my marketer friends, I used to talk about this tool, tell them how it had helped me. I gave this tool to a couple of my friends, and they had the same experience, in which using SendGrid was more profitable for them. So, I was having a chat with my friend Radu about a couple of months ago, and I showed him this tool. I told him how it can help him and how it had helped me. I gave him I told him about the difference it has made to my business, and he said to me, why don't you make a product that everybody can use, and this can help many more people, because they will be able to get rid of all the problems that they are facing with autoresponders right now. They'll be able to mail all their leads. They'll be able to mail their leads in a better fashion. So you should make a product. So because Radu convinced me to do it, he really sold me the idea. I decided to turn it into a professional product, that little tool I had, And this tool that I'm going to talk about today, that I'm talking to you about right now, is the result of that 2 months of work in which I put in really easy to use and professional features for anybody so that they could actually use these 100% email delivery companies like SendGrid, MailJet, Mailgun, or Amazon SES, whatever they're using, to reach their customers and get better results from the email marketing.
All right, before we jump into the demo here, stay tuned. Make sure you stay tuned, watch this, because it's going to be really cool stuff. Talk about a little bit difference between typical autoresponder company versus a email delivering company such as, what is the major differences? Why is email delivering company such as this delivering email better? Or what I'm finding out is, in what way, for those who doesn't know what SendGrid, Amazon SES or MailJet is, I want to kind of educate them a little bit here. Why is using this versus Aweber or GetResponder, the autoresponder typical services, why is this better?
Absolutely, and it's very simple. It boils down to the rule of what you're offering, what is your main offer to the customer, that you really need to get right. Now, Aweber and GetResponse, like list management, it includes things like opt-in forms and all kinds of templates and a place where you can format the emails and stuff like that. So it's it's geared more towards using these features. It's geared more towards building a list. It's geared more towards formatting the email. It's geared more towards having an opt-in form, selecting from different opt-in forms. And email is the last step. Email is that just one click of the button that you do and it reaches the customers. Now, what SendGrid or something like Amazon SES or Postmark or MailJet do is only offer the email services. They don't give you autoresponder features. So this is their core business. This is the business that they need to get right. And all their infrastructure is built around email delivery. So they will have more servers, they will have more IP addresses, they will maintain a very clean list of IPs religiously, which GetResponse and Aweber might not do. And they will also make sure that the email reaches the inbox, because if the email doesn't reach the inbox, it's a failure of their core service. They bank upon 100% to all of the revenue. That's why they try and work harder to make sure that the email always gets to the inbox, that your emails are always delivered as soon as possible. So it's all about what is the core offering from the company that you're buying from companies like SendGrid or MailJet or Mailgun or Amazon, the SES. The core offering is the email delivery, and when you buy from them, you're buying the email delivery and you get what you pay for. With an autoresponder, you're paying for a lot more apart from email delivery, and that is a part of the package. Email delivery is just one of the things. They might do it as well as SendGrid, but usually they don't need to, because you are locked in with them for the other features. And
right.
There's one more.
Go ahead.
If you are an autoresponder one time, you have to be there. You are their lead for the rest of your life. You're the customer for the rest of your life, because you cannot take your list to another autoresponder so easily, like you pointed out. You cannot change your account. But if you're using a emailing company, you can easily change your account. You can move from SendGrid to MailJet in just 1 second. That kind of thing makes them really want to make sure that your email gets delivered. That feature, that is very important, and that's why I think that's the logical reason why SendGrid is or MailJet is doing a better job of delivering emails than GetResponse or Aweber.
So here's the major question I think a lot of people have in mind when it comes to this kind of stuff, and I want you to talk a little bit about it before we actually show them the demo. This is going to be the last question, I promise. Is that, do this servers such as SendGrid, such as MailJet, such as Amazon SES, serves like internet marketers, like affiliate offers all the time to their servers? Do they kind of ban if you're marketing internet marketing product? Talk about that a little bit. I think there's a little bit hesitation for people to use this kind of service, and you have been using at least one or two of these servers in the past for a couple of months now. What is your experience with them right now?
Well, I've been using these services for more than 6 months, not just a couple of months, and it's been working out very well for me. I have not got anything banned till now, because the leads that I have, they're all captured. They're all my leads. I haven't taken a harvested leads or harvested a list, and I haven't really collected emails from the internet and just mail them blindly. If they are your genuine leads, and if you're mailing your own customers, the list that you built up yourself, there'll not be any complaints from that list, or there will be very little complaints. And as long as there are no complaints, no company will bother you. But if your list is harvested, or if you're spamming people, there will be complaints. There'll be too many unsubscribes, and in that case, the SendGrid or any other service will ban you, just like GetResponse or Aweber can ban you if they're getting too many complaints. So it's all about the quality of the list you maintain. They don't have a problem with internet marketers as long as they stick to the basics, as long as they don't try to spam people. So if you don't do that, I think there's no need to fear it. You will be able to continue business with them for a long time. They don't bother you as long as they see the stats. It's all auto flagged. Basically, it's all auto flagged. So if in a list of 1,000 people, you get 150 spam reports, they know that it's a crap list or it's a spam, and they would immediately cancel your account. But if there are only about 2 to 3 spam reports, or about 10, 15 unsubscribes, which is the standard these days, if you are using your own list, if you're not using a harvested list, then they don't bother, because they understand that this is organic, this is not really behavior that is unexpected, and they don't really care for it. So you have to maintain the quality of your business, you have to maintain the quality of your list, and there will be no problems.
Right. So guys, I mean, there's a reason, another word for email marketing called permission marketing. Okay, you gotta get to permissions. You don't want to go there, buy a list, scraping lists. That's not cool. All right. So do the right way. Now, if you do the wrong way, all the servers will ban you. But if you do the right way, you get the list the right way, you keep them happy. You shouldn't have a problem with this. So that's kind of moral of the story. So would you have a couple minutes kind of show us what this thing does and how simple and easy is this tool of yours to work?
Absolutely, Han. I'm going to demo it now, so I'm going to share my screen. Give me a second. All right. So can you see it yet? Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it now.
Awesome. So Han, this is a very easy to use software. Like in every one of my software that I've created till now, my focus is on making things very accessible, not making things complicated, and creating a clean design that anybody can use, making it powerful, but not overwhelming people with a lot of buttons. So I always do that, and this is my mission in this software too. So it's got basically a 3-step process, and it's got all the autoresponder features that you need, the basic autoresponders features on this screen. On the left side, you will see accounts, lists, and emails. So you can just add any account that you're working with right now. I've added SendGrid, but if you click on add, you will see that it supports SMTP, which can be your own server, or if you bought an account, say from HostGator or wherever, you can mail using that account also. It supports SendGrid, it supports Mailgun, it supports Mailjet, Amazon, and Postmark. And the best thing is, Han, it uses the official APIs of all these platforms. So the email delivery is very fast. It does not use just SMTP, it uses the official APIs which these services have created. That's why the results are really good, and the email delivery is really fast. That's one thing I want to tell you about. And the second screen, hold on, Han, were you able to see the dialog box? I don't think so, right?
No, I think you have to share the entire screen instead of just the software window.
Okay, should I share the entire screen again? Yeah. Because I think that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let me share the entire screen. Okay, got it. Yeah, because I think I didn't see the dialog box. All right, happens. All right, so I'm gonna do that little thing again. So okay. I was telling you about accounts, lists, and emails. To add an account, what you need to do is just click on add button over here, and you get a dialog box over there which will let you select the service that you want to work with.
I see that now. I see the dialog box now.
You see it now, right?
Yeah, I see it now.
Awesome. So you can work with SMTP, which can connect with your own SMTP server, or with Gmail, or with HostGator, whatever you've got your email account from. Or you can go with one of the more professional email delivery companies like SendGrid, Mailgun, Mailjet, Amazon SES, and Postmark. Now, what's good about this software is that it uses the official APIs from all these companies. So the email delivery is really, really fast, even on your desktop. So I had one of my beta testers come back and tell me that compared to a tool called Sendy, Sendy is a tool which they've been using to mail their clients. This was about 3 times faster than that. So this is what it can do for you. It can send your mail out really, really fast using any of the professional services. Connect it with their official APIs. All right. Now, the second thing you need to do is import your list into the software. To do that, you just need to click on import and give it a name. For example, test list 3. And you can import a text file, which is just a list of emails, or if you want, you can also import a CSV file. So you can export your emails from GetResponse or from Aweber in CSV format and import it into your software. Right now, I'm going to go with the list of emails, the text file. I must have a test list. Yeah, I have a test list over here. Click on OK, and in a matter of seconds, it just imports your entire list inside the software, and you will be able to mail it now. These are the only 2 things you need to set up. There's nothing else.
Now, when you import, do you just only import the email addresses, or can you also import the names or other columns as well?
Well, if you import from a CSV, you can get the names also, but if it's only a text file, then of course only import the email addresses. But okay, in a CSV file, you can also get in the names, and you can mail your customers using the name tag, which I think the autoresponders use too. So if you got the names in the email, you can just type in curly bracket name, curly bracket close, and the program will automatically replace the name of the person, this tag with the name of the person. So this feature is definitely in the software. Now, one feature that I want to show you, which even the autoresponders don't have, is mailing the partial list, or mailing only a segment of your list. So for example, if your list has 10,000 people and you want to promote 2 products and find out which one is better, or make sure that you support 2 of your best friends, what you can do is you can send an email to 5,000 people and another email to the next 5,000 people. And that is possible with this software. You can choose. For example, in this list, I've got 135 people. So I will mail my first email to the first, let's say, from 1 to 50. And after I've clicked send, I've sent the email, I will mail another product to all the people from 50 to 135. This way, I will be able to promote multiple products to the segments of the list and make sure that I promote more people and promote more products. So this way, you can really take advantage of this feature to make more money, or to make more friends online in internet marketing. All right. The next thing I want to show you is that it's 100% HTML compliant, and it also gives you a preview. So I've got one HTML tag over here. This is the text mode. You can quickly do basic formatting, like make things bold or italic, or put in a link, or put in a picture. All of these things are very easy with Email Jeet. And once you're done, you can click on preview and see how your email is going to look in the inbox of the person you're sending the email to. So this is something that can save you a lot of time. It can tell you, how the email is going to look, what are the engaging points, and so on. And the next thing I want to show you is the spam score checking. What this does, Han, is it uses the spam assassin, algorithm to find out how spammy your email is. So, if I will get a score over here. Currently, it's 5.5. But suppose I was spamming. Let's just put in a spam keyword like Cialis. Spam score again, and you see it goes up to 7.7. So this actually monitors your email using the spam assassin algorithm. And if the score is too high, you know that this email is never going to make it in the inbox, that the spam filters are going to reject it, and it gives you a chance to rework things, to rework your headline, to rework your body text or whatever you want, and quickly send out an email which reaches more people. So this is one feature that is built right alongside. You can click on this button, check your spam score as many times as you want. I'm going to show you one more
So,
feature.
so while we're talking about the spamming score, what is the typical score you want to keep under, or what's a good range?
Well, I have found that most of the marketing emails are getting a score of 5 to 5.5, and you should definitely try to keep it, 5.5 or below, because
Okay.
if it's 6 and above, you will not never make it into the inbox.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a great tip right there.
All right. Now, the second thing I want to show you is if you are using an SMTP service, or if you're using HostGator or Gmail, you will want to throttle the emails because they will typically not let you email more than a specific number per hour. And this software supports that. It lets you throttle the emails. For example, if I click on throttle and I put in a number, for example, right now it's 250, it will only send about 250 emails per hour and not more than that. So that way you can actually use any SMTP server by throttling the emails that you send out and stay within the limits of the server guidelines. So this is another feature that people can use to mail their leads through a free SMTP server, saving 100% of their money. And this can be used if your list is not very big. If you only have a list of say 1,000 or 1,500 or 2,000, and you don't want to pay a monthly charge to mail these people. By the way, I just want to mention over here that if you got a small list, these email services are very cheap, because Mailgun actually lets you mail 10,000 people a month absolutely free of cost. And SendGrid is like $7 a month, and they give you about 40,000 emails for $7. So this can be a pretty cheap option when compared to Aweber or GetResponse. Maybe my own costs are actually less than half of what I used to pay.
Wow.
All right. So the next thing I want to show you is that it supports scheduling. So if I want this mail to go out at a certain time, I can just click on schedule and just like this on schedule, and it will show me a box which will let me select the date and the time when I want this email to go out. So I can select the time that I want this email to go out, for example, at 6 p.m. and I can select the time zone that I want to use. So I can select any time zone of the world. Just click on the time zone, and that will schedule your email. It will go out at your selected time, when you've set it. So this is another very good feature which will help you get more money, because you can just schedule your emails and do your work whatever you want, and email Jeet will send out your email at the correct time. So this is another good thing.
You know what? As a watch this, I know the product creator, the affiliate marketer, the email marketer obviously get how cool this is. Now you can really take full control of your email sending. But another thing is, if you're local marketers, you can providing this as a service for your local clients. Somebody owns a restaurant, has a list of emails, they want to blast thing out. Now you can providing a service for that, taking over the email marketing for them. Not only writing email for them, not embed those nice coupon for them, but also using the software just sitting on the background, sending out the email for them. I mean, obviously the cost for you is free or very, very limited, and they don't have to pay those monthly fees. So this would be adding value for them. Of course, you can charge a monthly fee for this service now. You can, this is if you already integrated email marketing into the service or planning to integrate email marketing into the service. Sorry, my dog's going circles back here. She's chasing her own tail. so she got so excited. So I think you're gonna have another stream of revenue comes in by using the software here.
Absolutely, and that would have been impossible using the traditional autoresponders, because you would not be able to import these email addresses. And with this tool, you can do that. But again, I want to emphasize,
because you know what, most of the restaurants get these leads by filling out a piece of paper, on a card, right? That's how they get leads, because they're not technology, they're not up there yet. They have a little jar sitting on the counter. Put your business card in there to win a free dinner for two or something, or Jim does this all the time. So if you're taking that address, you're putting Aweber, you're putting in guest responder, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna ask you to confirm it, and you lose all that, 50% or even more than that of people. So your local client is not gonna be very happy. But what happens if you're using Cyril software right now? You won't have that problem. It's gonna be sent to everybody on that list. So there you go.
Absolutely. So that's a great way to reach out to a completely new market, and that's a great idea.
Yeah, because I was helping a local restaurant, and they don't know understand how to use cell phone, hit the Facebook likes or opt in to get the email into everywhere. They don't understand none of that. So what they did is they click on a piece of paper, like not just ugly paper, but they have a nice card. So the customer will write the name, the address, the email address, the telephone number on there. So somebody has to manually type that into an Excel sheet, like CSV file. But the next thing I find out is if I put this in MailChimp, in GetResponder, or any of the other responders, what they're going to do is they're going to send out email, say, well, please reconfirm this. And in fact, you can barely change those confirmation email. You can't even remind them, hey, on such a day you have to fill this thing. That's why we asked you to confirm it. So 2-3 days later or a week later, these people are not going to confirm because they don't even know how the heck you got my email address. What the heck is this all about, right? So that's why when I'm watching this, it was like, man, I can use this. And I just want to talk about that for a minute.
And and it's a simple tool as usual, very powerful but simple, and it's got all the features that you need to get things done.
That's right. So
it also supports templates. So if you want to send out some flashy emails, you can do that. I love your dog. He's got such great eyes.
I think she's won something from me, but she's gonna have to hold. Hey, buddy, I'm busy right now.
Right. So I was telling you that it also supports templates, and if you want to send out a flashy email with a flashy design, you can do that with this software because it has got full support for HTML and also for templates.
All right. So okay. So let's talk about the offer itself now, if you don't mind. I think people get this. I mean, they want to have this. I would. I mean, I'm going to use this for a lot of my different projects. So let's talk about the name of the product, time of the launch, and who's going to be really beneficial for getting this.
Absolutely. And this product is called the Email Jeet, and it will be launched at 12 p.m. on October the 30th. And people who are into list building, anyone who wants to build a list, anyone who's got a list, anyone wants to supplement their presence on the autoresponder should get this software because it's like a one-time thing, and they'll be paying a very small amount compared to what they're paying their autoresponders every month right now. That's a lot of savings for a whole new way. It opens a whole new door of opportunity for people. And as usual, I have not priced it unaffordably. It's very affordable. People can buy it and benefit from it. From just one email, they'll be able to make up the money that they invest in the product.
Right.
And
go ahead.
One second, sorry.
Go ahead. Let's talk about time of the launch.
Right. It's 12 p.m. October the 30th. It's 12 p.m.
Okay. Right before Halloween. So okay, all right. So let's talk about again who's going to be really beneficial for getting this. The people that have a list. Obviously the person is email marketers. Secondly, I think local marketers for the reason I just mentioned a couple minutes ago, and thirdly is somebody just starting out with internet marketing, working very, very low budget. They want to do email marketing but can't afford Aweber or GetResponder. So this is another alternative choices here. So let's talk about what exactly are they getting in for the front end offer. How many days are you going to keep this thing open, and what is the starting out price for this?
All right, it will start out at $17 at 12 p.m. and it will go all the way up to $27. It's a dime sale, so the price is going to rise with every sale. with every purchase. So if you want to get it at the best price, I think getting it earlier would be pretty good. It'll be open for 7 days, but the prices are going to rise really rapidly because I always make it a point to give my early buyers or the people who are into the offer early a really good deal, so they can grab it only for $17. Now after the period of 7 days, it's gonna be much more expensive. I haven't decided on a price yet, but people are telling me it's totally worth $97, and people will be able to pay that much for the kind of value it provides. So it will definitely be much higher than what you can get all through the sale period. And what they will get is the software itself. They will get the software which will help them mail the leads the way they want with total freedom.
Mm, right, right. So then let's talk about the OTO here. Oh, wait, by the way, how many licenses are they getting with this?
Well, typically, I will give out one license automatically with this purchase. But if anybody needs a second license for their laptop or for their second computer, they can get it free of cost. All they need to do is create a support ticket request on my support system, and they will be given a new license key without any hassles. So I can give out two license keys, but by default, it's one.
Okay. All right. So and it is a PC or Mac because that's the most asked questions as well.
Absolutely. And till now, I've been making mostly PC only products. So this is also PC only, but
Okay.
you can run it on a Mac with Parallels if you got Parallels. But I want to tell you this, Han, in 2015 onwards, I will be making Mac compatible products because a lot of people have come to me and told me, we have a Mac and we really love your software. We want to use it, but we are having a problem because you don't make Mac compatible products. Well, I'm
That's
not
what I
I'm
said.
about myself.
That's what I said. I got too many Mac. Anyway, so so let's talk about the OTO. OTO one. Let's start with that one.
All right, and OTO one, I've got another superstar product, another money saving offer for list marketers. Now, Han, if you've ever tried to get your list cleaned, or if you've ever tried to go to a list cleaning company, you must have seen the kind of money they charge. Typically, people are paying $100 onwards for only 10,000 addresses. What I have created for you in the OTO is your desktop list cleaner.
Oh wow.
Will list thoroughly. It will remove all the invalid IDs. It will remove all the role IDs which autoresponders don't like, and it will check each email individually, making sure that there are no bounces in your emails. So what you get at the end is a completely clean list of leads with nothing in it that will get you banned or which will get you in trouble with an autoresponder or even with an email company. So this email list cleaning software is targeted especially to the marketers with the requirements of the internet marketers in mind, and it's easy to use. You can use it endlessly. You can clean as many lists as you want. You can clean as many email addresses as you want. And let me tell you this: if you're planning to import your list to an autoresponder, if you clean your list first with the software, there are much more chances that you will get success in importing your list because it cleans your list absolutely. It makes sure there are no bounces, no bad emails, and when an autoresponder company checks your mails, they will find very positive results from it. So that's one thing that you can do, and of course it will keep you in good standing when you are trying to send your emails even through SendGrid. Thirdly, if you're trying to acquire your list from somebody, if you're trying to buy your list, it's very important to clean it first, and this can be used to clean it.
Let me talk about this a little bit. It's very important before you using any kind of email servers to have a clean list. Your bouncing rate is going to decrease. Your open rate is going to increase. All right. So you don't want to pay for the space or for the fact that you're sending an email out too, because it's very smart. This is probably one of the smart investment you can do for your email list by cleaning it first. First of all, most of the email services are charged by number for email. So why keep the junk email when you can't even freaking deliver it? That just wastes your money away, right? So take that money, invest in something else. So maybe invest in this software, if and the same degree are charged by the number of email they're sending too. So why sending that email out again. That's piss away money, right? Give it to me if you got extra money. I'll take it. So, and it's this is a great money saving if you can't afford it. So let's talk about what's the price for this.
Well, this is only $27, and that's a one-time price compared to the kind of value it provides, compared to the number of emails that you can clean, which is unlimited. It's a steal hand. It's literally a steal.
Right. So I personally pay $250 to clean out my list. I do this every single year because I can't afford to do it every single month. So I'm looking forward to kind of give this a try. And for $27, I think this is totally worth it. So
you will love the results from this.
Great. So again, guys, if you don't clean, you just piss away money. Might as well send me and Cyril the money here. So anyway, so let's talk about the OTO2 if you have one.
Yeah, sure. We have a membership program in which we talk about list building. It's a long-term program in which we will teach people all the tricks of list building, how to earn from the list, how to get more money from the list, how to build your list really well, how to maintain your list. All of these things, me and Radu are experienced marketers, and we'll be kind of, sharing our learning, our skills with anybody who's a part of this membership program, making sure that they understand the business well and giving them the tools to succeed, to get more out of the list building efforts. So the second OTO is actually a program which is a long-term learning thing.
What is the price? Right. Well, what is the price?
Yeah, it's gonna be about $27 a month or something like that.
Okay.
We are still finding a good price point for it. $27 a month.
Okay. Now, is that all the OTO? Do we have more to talk about here?
Yeah. In the first OTO, we also have a bunch of templates which we are giving out. So when you buy the list cleaning Jeet product, you also get a number of templates free of cost. If you're sending out an email on Halloween, for example, you will get a Halloween-based. You can use a Halloween-based template and make it more, flashier or make it stand out. So that is also a part of the program. Sorry, part of the second OTO. So first OTO, I'm sorry. We've been doing the interview too long. I'm in the zone now.
I'm trying 5,000 ways to confuse you right now. Anyway, so I got distracted on my dog. But anyway, so it's only 2 OTOs. So do you have any more, or
that's
everything? Okay. All right. So on that note, Cyril, I think that's pretty much all the questions I need to ask you here today. But I got one last question, and the thing is the ultimate question here. And as people watching this interview, they know the importance to have their very own list, and they understand the importance of deliverability of the email, right? I mean, that's I don't know how else to say it, but it's very important to have that. And they see the power of simplicity of this software, but yeah, it's very, very powerful to make those deliverability happen, to make to get rid of the other roadblocks with the autoresponders, such as import your list, go to all that troubles. Even it is your own list, you collect it, and kind of force it to lose 50% of your list. They know this software can solve all that. So they want to buy this, they want to get this, especially for only $17. We're going to give you the early bird price and bonus a little bit later on, so just hold off on that. And so, but everybody always have that little voice on the back of their head, tell them don't do it, don't take any action, what I call the loser voice, and you and I have it sometimes too. So my question to you, Cyril, is what makes this software, in your opinion, so unique, so different, that you absolutely go grab during this special launching period?
Absolutely, and this is in fact the only product of its type, and I want to emphasize again, it's like putting money on the table right now. This product can make you more money instantly by getting your emails to more inboxes, by improving your open rates immediately. So if you're emailing like 4,000 people and one more person buys from you that night, you've already covered the cost of the software in the commission that you're making. So that is the most important thing that you need to remember. A 10% increase rate in your open rates, just a 10% increase would be 10% extra sale all over the month for you. So that money is like, a huge number, over the year it really adds up. So I would say go for it, try it, and you can get the results that I could achieve personally. Now, if you've seen me over the last few months and over the last 5 or 6 months, I've been appearing on many more leaderboards. I've been appearing on many more, I've been making more sales. And it's all thanks to the new email strategy that I've created for myself. And this software plays a very important role in that. So it can happen for you too.
Good, 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 good. Good, awesome, awesome. All right, so on that note, thank you guys for watching this. Sorry, I forgot two more important things here. But before we leave here today, Cyril, do you have any final word of wisdom you'd like to share?
Well, there is one thing that I always like to tell people about, and I think I've done it earlier too on your show, and that is skills. And many times I find that people are always looking for a quick shortcut. They don't want to make the effort to learn the skill, and that is, I think, one of the most important reasons people fail, because they don't know how to do the things that they're doing. So I would say to anybody who's watching this show, please invest in your skills. Please learn as much as you can. Please understand the market well. Please understand the technical aspects well. And nothing can stop you from achieving success, because you will be able to find new angles. You'll be able to find new opportunities. It's only because of what you know, and only because you know something, then you can do something. Knowledge always precedes action. So take action, but also learn what you are doing, that you can make the best of the action that you're taking.
All right, I want to give out one book for everybody to read watching this, 10X Rule. It's about taking massive action and get you the results you need, okay? It's called 10X, 10 and with the X and rule. Just looking for that. It's going to change your life, all right? So it's about exactly what he's talking about. The right knowledge can change your life. Instead, stay a boring and a crazy job that you absolutely hate, to turn around to have all the freedom you want and have all the financial freedom you want and all that great stuff. There's the only way to do it is not just taking action, but taking massive action. So get the book called 10X Rule. That's my final words. But got two exciting things before we go to share with you guys here. Early bird prices. Okay, so let's talk about that. So for my people, you have something special set up for them. I'll let you introduce that for us.
Absolutely. And for your customers, if you make sure that you buy the software early on, we have a special opening time at 10 a.m. and you can buy the software 2 hours before everybody else at a very special price. You can get the software only for $14.93. So that's like, extra saving from anybody else, and you can get it at a very special price if you come through hand.
All right. So, and we have bonuses from Cyril and Radu, but we can't show you yet. So, but there is gonna be some. All right. So by the time you're watching this interview, I'm gonna list right below this video. Just go check it out. It's be something really, really exciting, and it's gonna be something very, very valuable. All right. So on that note, guys, thank you so much for watching this, and stay tuned. Watch a very, very short sales and demo video to see basically see this application in action. So the money's in the list. Now you can actually get the email delivered, right? It sounds like silly, but this is going to really, really, even just deliver 100 more emails, that's going to increase your bottom line pretty well, right? So go grab this during the launching period, especially during that early bird hours, which we got for you, and be very, very exciting to use it. And Cyril, thank you so much again for teaching us about email marketing, but most importantly, share this brand new tool, give the internet marketer another awesome tool to solve a huge problem for them. On that note, and Cyril, I'm sure I'll be talking to you very, very soon.
Thank you, Han. Looking forward to the next time with you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Cheers.
Gross, and on behalf of Cyril Gupta and Radu Hahinu, we'd like to welcome you to the one and only Email Jeet. It's the only autoresponder that can be set up in under 2 minutes straight from your desktop and will allow you to send thousands and thousands of emails completely for free. All you have to do is install the software and upload your email lists. Click a couple of buttons and bam, it's done. You have the ability to send emails to thousands of subscribers with no monthly fees, no downtimes, and no headaches. This software will help you do several things. Upload a list of subscribers straight into the app with no double opt-in or any verification, in fact, whatsoever. Mail this list as often as you'd like to, using beautiful templates with no downtimes. Enjoy email marketing the way it's supposed to be, with no expensive monthly fees. So you could say goodbye to all those autoresponders that charge hundreds of dollars each and every month for subpar service, and they even restrict you as to who you can mail and when you can mail them. Services like Aweber or GetResponse, they're good but can close you down anytime. That's right, they could close your account anytime they want to, basically wiping out your entire business overnight. And Email Jeet takes care of all your email marketing headaches so you could focus on building your list and expanding your business without worrying about a ridiculous bill at the end of the month or getting your account closed for no particular reason. Here, let me show you how it works. Once you install the software, all you have to do is choose the way you want to email your subscribers. Now, Email Jeet works with all the top players out there, such as Mailgun or Mailjet, allowing you to pay per email instead of per month. Or even better yet, you can simply add the details of your own server, which could be any website you own, and you're all set. Email your list as often as you'd like, completely for free. Now comes the fun part, uploading your list, which is as easy as clicking a couple of buttons. Email Jeet works by accepting CSV files, which means you could directly import your lists from where you have them, either Aweber or a similar autoresponder or even someplace else, such as the buyers of your JVZoo product. And that's really important. And the best part is that it doesn't require any sort of verification, and you could start emailing them right away. Did I mention you can also upload a straight list of emails into the software? It's just that cool. You then use our beautiful editor that supports HTML to craft your emails, and then you can schedule it or send it right away. Just how cool is that? You get all the features of a regular autoresponder without the restrictions. That means you could still implement beautiful templates to attract your visitors and make them engaged, or check for a spam score to make sure your email reaches every inbox. But with Email Jeet, you're in full control, so you can create unlimited lists and campaigns within minutes, and all with zero monthly fees, unrestricted importing, and a marketing-friendly interface. By using Email Jeet, you stand head and shoulders above everyone else, reaching more people in a better way and skyrocketing your income almost instantly. As you could see, there is no alternative out there that is as useful and easy to use as Email Jeet at an incredible price. The bottom line is this: if you've been online for any number of years now, you know you have to build a list. Email Jeet allows you to take advantage of that list in the best possible way, with no monthly fees and better features, so you can focus on your business and never worry about it. Look, it doesn't matter who you are and what you're doing. If you want to finally use an autoresponder that just plain works, so you can make money that you want and get the service, features, and affordable price that you deserve, this is where you should get started. This was made for you. So take action right now and get your hands on this early bird launch pricing, because we will sell this for no less than $97 once the launch is over. This is a must-have product and will take things to the next level for you. Just click the button below and secure your copy of Email Jeet today.
Hey guys, this is Cyril Gupta, and today I want to demonstrate my newest tool, Email Jeet. This tool helps you run your email campaigns without an autoresponder. So here's the thing about Email Jeet. It's your desktop autoresponder alternative, using which you can mail any list that you've got in just a few button clicks. So you can mail your list without having to go through the painful process of opt-in and double opt-in. I use it to mail my registered subscribers who've either bought my software or have got a trial version, or maybe they're using one of the free software that I made. I collect the list directly through my web server and mail them from this software. And how it can help you is it can get you a lot of money that you are still losing because either you were not able to get your lead into your autoresponder because they either got out of the first opt-in stage, or they didn't do the double opt-in, or for some reason you are not able to import them, or you're using a list which is not built through an autoresponder. So in all these cases, you can actually mail your list through Email Jeet and get money from your leads. And the number 2 use, even if you have got your email list in the autoresponders, you're still losing a lot of money, because most of the autoresponders today are not able to inbox your mail so much. So if you want to reach the inbox, if you don't want to end up in the spam folder or sometimes in the updates folder of Gmail, you can use this software which will help you inbox more often, reach more customers, and get more success. In my experience, I've used some of the top autoresponders in the market right now without naming names, and I've used Email Jeet to run my campaigns along with an SMTP provider, and in my experience I have got much better results from Email Jeet when compared to the autoresponder services that I was using. More about that later. Let's see how the software works right now. Email Jeet is actually very easy to use. It's definitely easier than setting up an autoresponder. Let me show you what you need. The first thing you need is the detail of the server that you will mail from. So it's over here. Just click on add to add a new one. And as you can see here, it works with all of the leading email service providers, including SendGrid, Mailgun, Mailjet, Amazon SES, and Postmark. The best thing is Email Jeet uses the native APIs of these service providers so that you're able to get the mail out fastest and you're able to get very good delivery rates. The settings of each service provider is different. It differs because it's according to their specifications. And when you get an account with them, you'll be able to get these details. Just enter these over here and click on save. And there's one more thing. It also supports SMTP. So if you are trying to use your own SMTP server, or if you got a service provider which is not among those that we support by default, you can still mail them. You can still mail using them using the SMTP settings. So it's got support for SMTP and some of the most popular email mailing systems on the internet right now. So when you're done filling in the details, click on save, and Email Jeet will save these details into the database, and you will see it listed over here just like this. I've already got something over here, so I won't be filling those details there. I won't be filling the details here. So I've already got a service provider, and once you finish putting in your own details, it will be listed like this. The second thing you need to have is, of course, the list of email addresses or your list. You can import it into Email Jeet with just a few clicks of the mouse button. It's very easy again. To start it, just click on import. And this will bring you the import or add a list email or add a list dialog. And you can either choose a new name for the list, for example, my new list. Or if you want, you can add the email addresses to an existing list. Email Jeet lets you import both text files and CSV files. So if you export your list from an autoresponder, you can export a CSV file from there and import it into Email Jeet without any hassles. There are a few settings that you can use if you're using a CSV file. Let's try and import a text file email list. So once you're done with the settings, just click on save, and Email Jeet will give you a dialog box which will let you select the list that you want to import. So I'm going to go with this test list and just click on OK, and I have my new list over here with fresh 135 addresses. So this is how you actually import your list into Email Jeet. It's very fast, it's very rapid, and once your list is imported, you won't have to import it again and again. If you want to delete a list anytime, you can press delete and it will delete the list. If you want to export the list, just click on export and you will be able to save a CSV file containing the email addresses. So that's how you work with the import and the export list feature. That's how you get the addresses into Email Jeet. It shows you the list name and the number of emails in the list. Now let's go and create an email that we want to send out to our list, that we want to send across. All right, coming to that. To send out an email, just type out the new subject over here, or if you want, you can type out anything you want over here, or if you want, you can just paste your headline from the copy or from whatever page you're getting the headline from, whatever page you're getting the email from, and select the account that you want to send the mail through. You can have multiple accounts. I have one from SendGrid right over here, but you can have the account from any service you want. And the from address will change according to the account you set. It will be changed to your default address for each account. There is a facility to add in a default address in each account. And if you want, you can double click and change the settings for any account. So the from address will be set according to the account you've selected. And if you want, you can always change it. All right. And you have to select the list name over here. Which list do you want to send the email to? And you will see here two boxes, from and to. So this will actually let you decide how many people you want to mail inside that list. So for example, my list over here, all list has 17,454 leads, 54 customers. So if I want, I can send my mail to all of them, or if I want, I can send my mail only to the first 1,000. Or if I want, I can send the mail only from the first 1,000 to the next, to the 5,000 member, or to the next 4,000 members. So this will actually send the mails to just 4,000 people. And using this feature, Email Jeet will actually let you send the email to partial lists, to only a part of your lists. So if you want to promote maybe multiple people, if you want to promote multiple products to your list, you can do that. Segmentation is so easy with Email Jeet. All right, now we need to have some content over here. You can type the content if you want, or if you got the content already ready somewhere, just paste it over here, and you can put in links any way you want. For example, I'm going to put a random link over here. These are HTML links, but if you want, you can just put the normal text links too. And you know what? Email Jeet is the only email client to send both HTML and text versions of your mail to the server, to the direct client. What it does is it takes the text version of the email that you've put in, automatically converts into HTML, and also sends the HTML version. Apart from the text version, you can type in any HTML you want, you can use all the HTML tags you want, and the text version will only have the bare texts. So this way you will be able to reach more people. You will be able to reach people who are using a email client or an email server which does not support HTML, and that is a very important feature if you want to inbox or if you want to reach to more people. So once you're done, you can just check the preview button over here, and this will show you how your email will actually look in the client's email client, in the client's email window. It supports HTML, so if you put in any images or any headlines, it will also show up. They will also show up. All right, and I want to show you this special feature over here, the spam score. This is an amazing feature which will actually let you find out how spammy your email can be, and if you need to change anything about your email, it will tell you so. So if you click on check spam score, Email Jeet will use the spam assassin formula, which is the standard email spam detection formula on the internet right now. So using spam assassin, it will tell you what your spam score is, and you can decide whether you want to send this email or you want to rewrite something, you want to do something to make it less spammy. Now 5.5 is the standard score that I've been getting for my marketing emails. It's a pretty good score, which will ensure that your email is delivered to a lot of people, to as many people as possible. If you score less than it, like 4 or 3, amazing. That means you will be able to reach more people. But if you get something over 7, it means your email is spammy and you need to change something about it. So Email Jeet actually lets you find out if your email is spammy, if it's gonna inbox, or if it is going to be rejected by the spam filters. And it uses the spam assassin formula. I want to stress on it because this is the formula that about 75% of the servers are using to detect spam. So once you're done with setting up the email, once you've done putting up all the settings, you've checked your spam score, you have calibrated your content, just click on send to send the email instantly. So I'm sending to only 2 people, so that really won't take long. It's already done, and the email will appear over here, and you can see the status is sent. You can also schedule the email and send it at a future date. To do that, just click on the schedule button and you will see a calendar view which will let you pick up the date you want to send it, the time you want to send it, and also the time zone. So if you want to send it, say tomorrow, so today is 20th October, you want to send it on the 21st, you can do so. You can select any time you want. Suppose you want to send it at 11 a.m. and the time zone that it'll show you is the current system time zone, but if you want, you can select any time zone you want. So let me go with EST, which is very popular in the market that we operate in. So just select EST, which is minus 500 hours. And when you click save, Email Jeet will queue your email to be sent at the set hour. Of course, it will convert the time zone to your system time so that the email is sent correctly. So this is how you can actually schedule emails and send it on any date. And you know what? When you close Email Jeet, it's not going to just shut down. What it's going to do is it's going to minimize, it's going to disappear from your taskbar and go into your system icon list, go into your system's icon where it will be active, it will keep running so that it is actually able to send the emails when you've scheduled it. If you want, you can put it in your startup. So Email Jeet will run every time your computer boots up and it will remain loaded so that all your emails that you're sending will be sent automatically at the right time. So this is how you actually use Email Jeet to email your prospects using any SMTP client, using any list that you can just import without the hassle of opt-in, and it keeps a track of all the emails you've sent. So if in the future you want to see what email you sent at a particular date, you can just click on it and it will load up the email text. You can see what you sent to your customers. And of course, it integrates well with SendGrid, with MailJet, with Amazon SES, with Postmark, and all those fancy, all those hi-fi SMTP services, emailing services, so that you can actually track the results for each email using the data provided from those SMTP services. And anytime you want, you can export your list, take it anywhere you want, import it in your autoresponder or any other service if you want it. So this is why Email Jeet is the perfect email client for internet marketers. It has full support for HTML as well as text email, scheduling, all of the features that will help you grab more market share, help you make more money from every email you sent out. This is Cyril Gupta signing out. Have a good time.